Hi, this is my final project for Wdd330 at Byu Pathway, and I'm Jorge. And something that I would like to show about this project, the first things is that if you reload the page, you are going to have a different hero each time. And this is because I'm fetching an API called meal DB. This meal DB have an endpoint which provide you a random meal each time you fetch it. Then that's why we have a different meal. I know I can I can catch this locally, but I this is something interesting about this project, and that's why we have this in this way. Another thing interesting is that this API does not provide a description of its meals. Then I have used the Gemini API to create this description, and here in this button I can see the details and have the same description. That's because each time Gemini generates something for me, I'm catching this in the session storage in order to avoid fetching the API in each time, and besides that, also having the same description that I have in the hero. And here we have another thing that is being generated using Gemini. In this meal detail, I also have the name of the meal. I have the preparation ritual, which are the steps to prepare this meal, and also the ingredients. Okay, and here I have a quick video that the API provides, and it works properly. And besides that, if I can get back to home, I have another things that is being generated with Gemini. It's a quote or fact about food around the world, and also is being catched in order that we can have the same fact each time we reload the page until the session ends. If you close this here, will have another one. Also, we have categories that are being provided for the meal DB API, and this meal DB API also change each time you reload the page, because the API do not provide top categories. But what I've done in my code is here the display top categories. I'm shuffling the array and I'm cutting 3 of them. I'm cutting the first 3, but after I shuffle the array, and that's why we receive 3 different even when are always the same categories that the API returns. And here I have 12 meals that I've done the same. I shuffle the array and I could 6. Something interesting that I'm getting one category from here. I'm getting one category, and that's the same category. That category that is being saved here. What I've done where here. That category that is being saved here, reserved category, is the same one that I'm using here to display top meals. Here I return the category, I receive it, and I'm sending this category to the display top meals. Okay, to make the video shorter, I think that's the most harder things in the project, or the more complex things of the project. Here I can list more meals about the same category that I'm sending here. I can list more meals. I can have the dessert culinary. I have the dessert is the name of the category. Then I have a description that is provided for the meal DB API, the meal DB API, and I have all the categories that they provide, which I'm calling here in the meal list. I have a function that does that for me. Random meal categories, and I also have the meals that belongs to that category, to the selected category, which is being passed as a parameter here and as a query param. And here I'm render meals by category is the place where I'm fetching those and I'm loading. Something interesting is that all meals are not being showed at the same time. If I scroll, you are going to see that more meals are going to be loaded because I'm using this to prevent that all the data is being loaded to the HTML or injected in the HTML at the same time. Besides that, you can click on whatever of these meals and you can have the receipt details as we saw at the beginning. Another thing is that I can add, like this one were added to my favorites, and I can add like this one, another one here. I can change categories like miscellaneous, and I can get this one. Okay, if I go to my selection, I'm going to find the meals that I have selected as my favorites, and I can maybe later see the details and prepare those meals. And something else is that if you don't want any of this in the future, you can remove it. This is being cached in the local storage for the for Gemini for the code for the description. I use session storage because I don't want to keep that data when the customer leave my page. But this one I want to keep it. That's why I use local storage. And at the end, something else is this button here. If I click it, I'm going to receive the details of a random meal from a random category. Something interesting about this API is using the same endpoint that is being using here. And what else? Oh, at the end we have this contact form that is properly working. I can receive an email. I can send an email from here. Something I can do, I can type Conor.gov. Let's send an email to Jorge Sosa Fundación de Valores. I'm going to send I love this website. Keep working hard. And dispatch a message. The message has been dispatched to the atelier. And here, if I go to receipt, I can see this message right away. Keep working hard. And that's my project. I hope you enjoy it while reviewing it. And I feel proud about it. And thanks for the opportunity. Bye.